What is up, guys? It's Jaden or Jadenzdreams. Today I am making my first YouTube video and I am going to be explaining why I started my business, when I started my business, where I got the idea to start my business, and how I made my dream achievable at such a young age. I get a lot of questions asking like, how did you start at the age of 19? How are you able to manage your crew? How are you able to manage the financial side of things? And there's a lot of things that I want to get deeper into and explain so more people can understand how easy it is, but how hard it is at the same time. So basically, I want to start from the beginning. So back in, I think it was 2022, I graduated high school. I was fresh out of high school. At that time, I was working at a restaurant called Martel's. It was like an Italian restaurant, and it was a really good restaurant, but at that age, I was just bussing, serving, doing jobs like that. And then I started working for another company that same year called Lawn Doctor. Lawn Doctor was a fertilization company where you'd go out, put fertilizer, do aerations. And so at that age, I was able to start driving a truck and a trailer. I loved the job. I loved everything about it. Good pay, good hours. And yeah, from there, I knew I wanted to do something with my life, so I decided, hey, I'm going to go to college. I'm going to go to Michigan State University. And so going into my freshman year, I didn't know what degree I wanted to do. I didn't know what I wanted to be in life or anything like that. So you have to think, most people that are graduating high school, they don't know what they want to do. They have no idea, and that was me. So basically, I go to college that first year, freshman year, and I actually run into an old friend from high school, and he's telling me about his business and whatnot. And I'm hearing this, how much money he's making at such a young age, and I couldn't believe it at first. I honestly could not believe it. And that day, I think something like sprouted in me to the point where I was like, wow, if he can do it, I can do something remotely close. And so from that day forward, I tried a bunch of businesses. At first, I tried a clothing brand. Clothing brand did not end out the way I wanted it to be. I think it was the name I chose was my downfall. And then I ended up just thrifting clothes and reselling it. And that actually worked better than the clothing brand. And so from there, I was just flipping clothes. I would be on campus and I would drop off. I would go buy a shirt from Goodwill for like $7, go flip it for 30. And the hoodies and jackets, oh my gosh, I was able to snag those up for like $10, $12 and sell those for like, at sometimes over $100. So to me, it was a good hustle. It worked great for the first year of freshman year. Going into that winter, it was tough because the winter is always tough. You get more depressed, you are down, and just, you don't know what to do. Like, I was selling clothes and I was making money, but at the same time, that's not going to set me up for a good future. So I was thinking, like, how am I going to have something in my back pocket to where I can rely on this to go on for many years? And so that's where I started thinking and really doing research. After freshman year, going into sophomore year, that summer is when I went on vacation with my family and my girlfriend. And I saw this TikTok video of this dude named Josh Lester. He was knocking on doors and selling window cleaning. So I was watching this dude sell $300, $500 jobs just by knocking on somebody's door, convincing them why they should get their windows cleaned. And they were making bank. So I saw that. I got inspired because at the time, you have to think, I just got out of freshman year of college. In the summer, I'm looking for work. I need to work, need to make some money. And I applied at a bunch of different places. I did not want to work at the Martel's place again because that was not for me. So I applied at a bunch of other different places. Nobody got back to me. And to this day, I still think God blessed me. He did this on purpose because nobody got back to me. Nobody hired me. Nobody offered me a position. And so that's when I said in my head, wow, it's all on me. It's literally all on me. I have to provide for myself. I have to make my future count by setting something up. I mean, most of my friends, they're just working regular jobs at a golf course or at a restaurant. And at first, I was just going to be comfortable and do the same. But then I also realized, hey, my friend back from college was able to make it happen. So I kept hope. I said, hey, I'm going to pivot industries from the clothing industry to the house cleaning industry. I said, hey, most people don't want to go on the roofs and clean out the gutters. So that's when I realized, hey, maybe I should do something like this. I got home from that vacation, and the day we got home, I took $300 to Home Depot. And I remember buying all the starter equipment and being just so excited to get started and run this business, because I knew I had potential. I already knew how to talk to clients from the lawn doctor job. I already knew how to drive a truck and a trailer, how to operate the equipment, all that stuff. So from there, I bought the equipment from Home Depot. I bought a electrical pressure washer, which I don't recommend you do. It's not that good. And from there, I got the electrical pressure washer, squeegee, a mop, and an extension pole, and towels, and a few other things. And with that, I took the equipment, got back home, started practicing on my own windows, because I've never cleaned a window in my life. I was just seeing this guy selling window cleaning, and I'm not thinking, hey, I've never even cleaned a window. So I started practicing cleaning windows at my own house. And then from there, I reached out to family and friends. And they were loving the idea of me starting my business. So they were gladly able to let me come over, do some windows as practice. And they were able to pay me $50 to do all their windows. And so you have to think, I needed to get the experience to be able to actually sell $300 to $500 window cleaning jobs. So it all started there. I was doing family and friends' houses for dumb cheap. And after that first week and a half, I started knocking doors, doing other ways of trying to get clients. And knocking doors at first was very, very hard. My biggest tip starting out is I didn't even have a business shirt. Get a business shirt. If you don't have a business shirt and you're just walking up knocking on random people's door with a black shirt or regular shirt, they're not going to assume you're a professional window cleaning company. So that would be my biggest advice. Get a business shirt that says your logo on the corner and look professional, because that was my biggest problem. Everybody was saying no to me. They were like, who are you with? Blah, blah, blah. It just looks suspicious. And that's when I realized, all right, I need a business shirt. I need business cards. Because at first I would say, hey, are you willing for me to come back over and do your windows? They'd be like, sure, what's your business card? And I'd be like, I don't even have one. So I would just grab a note. I'd grab their notepad and write down my name and number. And that's when I knew, oh my God, this is not working out how I want it to. And I started changing up my strategy little by little. I started watching more of the Josh Lester videos and learning from him and saying, wow, it actually works. If you know what you're saying and you're wearing the right attire and you say the script, it actually works. Because after that first 2 weeks, I got the business shirt, I got all the little things, started knocking, then I started to get more sales. It started to get more and more and more. And then I got to the point where one of my friends, his name's Seth, he asked, yo, bro, can I join you? Can I join the business, because I need to make money and I know both of us can benefit from running it together. And so from there, me and my friend Seth literally went 50-50 on the whole business. We're both owners. And we started grinding. Me and him had no experience in knocking doors, doing door-to-door training or anything like that. No sales experience, and we went out and did it. So if that is not motivation enough for you to just at least practice and see if you can do it, the worst that's going to happen is you get told no by an absolute stranger that you'll never see again. That was my mindset. The worst thing that I can get if I knock on a random stranger's door is a no, get off my property, and they maybe yell at me or call the cops. I have never gotten the cops called to me, not once. Not once. So that goes to show I was pretty good at convincing and persuading and talking to the point where they never felt that they needed to call the cops or yell at me to get off their porch or anything like that. So that first summer, after me and Seth grinded for about, I think it was 2 straight months or a month and a half, we were able to grind up to around $30,000 in revenue. And that's where I was like, all right, this is actually working. So after grinding for that summer, that first summer, we were able to end the summer with around $30,000 in revenue. Me and Seth were very proud of ourselves, and we said, wow, we're gonna take some of this money and reapply it back into the business, and then the other half we're just gonna keep as income. So after that first summer, I learned, wow, this actually works. This business model actually works, and I'm able to have my own job as my own boss, work when I want, and it was great. It was great. I was 19 right when I started, you have to think. And after that summer, at first, I was driving with my equipment, the Honda Accord 2003. If you guys know that car, you guys know that those cars are reliable, but they're kind of busted down. I was looking like I was just not looking professional at some of the jobs. I would pull up in my Honda Accord with a pressure washer in the trunk and all the window cleaning equipment in the back seat. And sometimes we would even just take my mom's car and borrow her car to carry all the equipment because she had a big SUV. So we did that whole first summer. I realized, man, this is not going to work, and I need a nicer car. So another lesson, this is going to be another lesson. Once you get money, if you get money at a young age, save it. Save it, save it, save it. Do not get cocky with it, because that was my first thing. I thought, wow, now I'm making good money. I'm going to ditch the Honda. I literally ditched my Honda, sold the Honda like a week after, I think it was like the first week of August. I ditched my Honda. I bought an Audi. I went out and bought an Audi. I was supposed to get this nice Infinity, and that deal went to scrap because I showed up. Somebody bought the car the morning before. I said, wow, I really want a nice car. Looked around, found an Audi that I liked, and went with the A4. So one of my biggest lessons is going to be, don't go splurging on a nice car. Just keep what you got, save the money, and then you can either reinvest all the money back into your business or just keep saving it and stacking it up. You don't need to go buy a nice car. You don't need to go get a Corvette. You don't need to go get a motorcycle. And that's some of the things that me and Seth did. Like, Seth got a motorcycle. We were just buying dumb stuff with our money. And I'm glad that was the only big dumb purchase that I made, was my Audi. And from there, we said after this summer, the next summer is going to be even better. So going into sophomore year of college, it was great. I had my Audi. I had my girlfriend. I was able to live life. I lived with my buddies back in the dorms, and I was just loving and enjoying life. And I realized, wow, I can literally just run this business for the next few years or however long I want and sustain a good income and just save my money up for a house or to start another business, just save up for my future. And that's when I realized I am going to continue to do this. We invested in all the legal requirements that we needed, insurance, general liability, workers' comp. We got all that stuff set up. And I knew right then and there, I wanted to make it a really big business. After sophomore year is done, going into the summer, it was springtime. I said, Seth, we got to get a truck. We got to get a trailer. We got to get a DI tank. We got to get a bunch of nice equipment with the money we made. And that's what we did. We literally went out, bought 2 pressure washers, got a DI tank with 3 poles. And that deal was on Facebook Marketplace. Mind you, that DI tank and the 2 poles that came with it literally came from Facebook Marketplace, and it was a great deal. We were able to snag that up for $1,800. Another piece of advice is look on Facebook Marketplace for some of this equipment. You're going to be finding great deals. We got all the equipment we needed, and from there I said, hey, we're gonna blow it out the water. We're gonna blow last summer out of the water. We're gonna hire people to do the work, and we're gonna go sell a bunch of houses. So going into the spring, that's what we did. We started out strong. May was one of our best months. We went all in, knocking doors, reaching out to people, reaching out to old clients. We got our Google business account up and running, so people were calling us online. And so right when we got our business account up on Google, we had all the right equipment. We started hiring people. We reached out to old friends from high school, They were down to come and work. We ended up doing quite a few jobs. We were working like Monday through Friday, like every single week, just grinding. And there was some days where I did not know what we were going to do. And then at the end of the day, it just worked out. So you just have to have that mentality to where it's all going to work out in the end. You just got to keep trying and put your effort all in, because some people will just see a problem, they'll give up. And that was not me, and that was not Seth. So we took all the equipment, we had our crew, we went all the way out to Lansing. We were doing jobs in Lansing and back in Kalamazoo, and we were able to complete over $100,000 worth of jobs by August in the second year. And that's when I took a step back and I said, I am definitely going to keep doing this. Me and Seth made a bag. Seth is still in college as well. He wanted to focus more on his chemical engineering job. Smart. I said, hey, I'm not really that smart in school. I'm just going to continue to do the business. And that's where we're at today. I kept the business. Seth is out of the business. He's doing his own thing. I'm doing my own thing. And I'm just looking to expand more and more and more. And in this fall of this year, second year, mind you, I was able to do the biggest jobs I've ever done. I was able to complete over 5 big commercial contracts that I never would have known I would have got. All because of Google Local Service ads and the Google business page. I was able to get a bunch of commercial calls and line up some big contracts. I got a $12,000 annual contract set up literally like 3 days ago. I did an apartment complex gutter cleaning, called back to see how they're doing. They mentioned that they need it every 6 months, and I literally just jumped up because I knew they're gonna pay 2 times the amount instead of just 1 time per year. So I was very happy. And that's just an example of what can happen if you just start your business, you put in the work, you put in the effort, and the money is going to flow. It's going to come in. You just can't give up, and you have to think around the box. You have to think, hey, if this is not working, what else could we do to fix this or to do it better? I have a lot of people DMing me, asking me, how do you keep track of the finances? I try and tell people I am not good in math. Never was a good student at doing math or science or any of the hard shit. So I was able to just outsource tools. You have to find tools. You have to find things that you can leverage to your advantage. If you're not good in math, fine. Find a system to keep track of all the math. I don't do all the math for my expenses and all that. I have an Excel spreadsheet that does all the math. So there's little things that you're going to want to do when you start your business that are all going to add up to be a really good business if you really add all the fundamentals together. So hopefully you learned a lot about how I started my business, when I started my business. So yeah, that's where we're at for now. I'm still in college. I mainly do online. Last semester, the fall season, we did all those commercial jobs. I was still able to get 3 4.0s in my classes, and I was able to still balance out my work life with school. Most people don't even know I'm still in college. My mom, she got her PhD in chemistry, and she actually challenged me to just finish it out and not drop out of school. She said, if you could just finish school, get your degree, and work on the side, you're gonna be straight. And so that's where I have the mindset. I'm learning advertising. I'm learning a bunch of little things that I can apply to my own business, which is the smartest thing you can do. Most people will not even apply the knowledge they learn in these classes, and I'm able to do it with my own individual business. So yeah, that's basically all. I started about 2 summers ago, and currently I am 21 years old. I live with my girlfriend in this apartment, 2 bed, 2 bath, 2,000 square feet, and none of this would be possible without window cleaning and pressure washing. I don't know where I would be without my business today. I'm able to live off my business. I didn't have to work at all this winter because I stacked up all my money. And it's great knowing that I could just start back up in the spring, work till late fall, and I'll be pretty much set every single year. So you guys hopefully take some knowledge from this video, apply it to your own situation, and You could do a lot better things than what you're doing right now. A lot of people tell me, hey, I don't like my job. I don't like going to my 9 to 5. What are some things that I can do to start doing little side hustles? And that's what I tell them. Always keep your first job, keep your main job, and start on the side. And once your side job becomes bigger than your main job, that's when you quit and you rely on that. Take some key points out of this video and say, hey, I need to apply this to my life. Maybe I should start looking into this thing, or maybe I should start doing this. I have a lot more videos explaining like just business advice, life advice. I have a lot more to come with these long form videos. And this is the first one, just me explaining how and why I started my business at 19 years old. So hopefully you like the video, you subscribe, and you stay tuned for the next video. Hopefully I'll drop another one next week. This might take a long time to edit, but it's fine. You boys, stay in there, stay strong, and don't give up. The moment you give up is the moment that your dream will never live on again. Never. That dream that you're trying to do and you just give up is never gonna happen. I'm gonna leave the video off with this quote that I live by. If you don't have a clear goal in life, you're gonna end up working for somebody who does. That should be enough motivation to get you to start changing whatever situation you wanna change and go out there, because it did for me. It really made me say, wow, I am gonna go achieve somebody else's dream if I don't start working towards mine. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you learned. Stay tuned for the next video.